All right, Gary, what are we playing this week?
Well, Cole, even though things are really bad right now, one thing that we have an abundance of are clumps.
Love a good clump.
Yeah. Like the clumps, it's been a minute since we've had a movie with them. But one of the things about the clumps, like whether they're celebrating Christmas or just being the Nutty Professor's, backup band.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the formation of something.
Oh, no.
Like a densely packed, kind of like clumps are Earth's tricksters. You think you're throwing a rock, but it comes apart and it's a...
Sure, that snowball had ice in it.
Yeah.
The things of that nature.
Yeah.
No, I mean the family.
Okay.
Yeah, the clumps. And one of the things I was thinking about is there are so many clumps, and I've mapped out their family tree here. We're going to throw a dart at it and get a random clump.
Okay.
And that might lead us to a game.
Oh, no. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, man, look at all those faces of Eddie Murphy right there.
Yeah, there's a lot of Murphs going on here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just going to...
Has not aged at all.
It's weird, right?
Yeah. Just like somewhere there's a portrait of Eddie Murphy, like disintegrating. All right. I'll go ahead and do the honors. You got me a dartboard for
I did, yeah.
For Christmas.
You really didn't need me to be here, did you?
No, I've been practicing. Well, I could have just told you the game, I guess. Should we not do these anymore?
No.
I guess you're right. Like we could just pick them. This is a shaky foundation that you do not want to challenge, boss. All right. I've been practicing.
All right.
Because I got my eyes on a specific clump.
All right.
Mama clump. All right. Let me see. Just a little bit off.
Oh yeah, you shanked it.
I got Hercules.
Kind of way down here. Oh, Hercules.
Yeah, look at him. He's flexing.
Hercules.
Yeah, very strong. Yeah, Hercules. Are there any games with Hercules in them? There's tons.
Yeah, plenty.
There's a PS2 one based on the TV show, I think.
That's N64, and we did that
N64.
one. Yeah.
But we've done that one already.
Yeah, no, there's Herc's Adventure.
There we go. That's fine.
Okay.
My name is Gary Butterfield.
My name is Cole Ross.
Welcome to Outdoor Suffering. Put my soul in your hell and die with it.
Rad. And this week we're talking about Herc's Adventures. This was demanded by our patron Cody, who says, I first played this game on a demo disc, and as it was intended, it got me to ask my parents for a copy of it. Fresh out of the SNES era, this was the first game I got to play that realized my dreams of a game that looked exactly like the cartoons I watched at the time. And then they admit this is basically a backdoor WAF, and that's fine.
We fucking know.
It's a good game. Yeah. This is a good game.
Like, we understand when people are doing that.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long time, Cody.
Think you're going to come in here and sneak one by us.
Yeah. No. It is a good game. I don't care about Disney.
So this isn't Disney.
No, you're right. It's not Disney. It's like Disney-esque because it came out around the same time as that movie, maybe.
Yeah.
Or they're just tied in my head. You're right. It's not Disney, but it has a cartoony Greek feel to it like that movie does.
Yeah. I think Disney's Hercules was like 99.
Yeah.
This was 97. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
I guess it did come out in 96 on Saturn. You know what? I don't care.
That's fine.
It's Disney to me. Disney, I'm giving them grease. They've been suffering long enough. They don't have enough properties. I'm giving them grease. I'm sorry to our listeners who are Greek. But they get it. It's theirs now.
Please report to the City Hall tomorrow morning for your ears.
Yeah, for your fungineering training. Yeah.
Yeah. This is cartoony Hercules stuff. Although Hercules is only one of the 3 characters you can play. There's a version of WAF where we kept it purely retro that we probably would have covered this. This would have been higher up on the list of things to cover there, right?
Yeah. I don't see why not. It's I was complaining about it on Blue Sky. This is a Zombies Ate My Neighbors like. which don't exist
Nope.
outside of this and that game, and that's stupid.
There's like a spiritual successor that's been in early access forever, I believe. People bring it up to me whenever we think of it. But yeah.
It's not just.
No, it's not. I really need more of that because my adoration for Zombies Ate My Neighbors is storied. You know, I'm not going to claim a monopoly on it, but like it's a family bonding game for me.
Yeah, we blew our load on that one real early.
Yes.
You know, that might be a candidate for a revisit at some point. Mm-hmm. Like maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that was like episode 4 or something like that. And that's a good ass game.
It is. Yeah. But this is like that. This is Zombies Ate My Neighbors, made by LucasArts, made by a lot of the same people, but with like a Day of the Tentacle like visual style and animation.
Yes.
And weirdly an open world.
Yeah, it's an attempt at an evolution of that. I first heard about this game before I even, thought of looking up Zombies Ate My Neighbors, like because of the death mechanic.
Yeah, that's the most famous thing about this. And also it kind of remains the most interesting.
It's pretty neat. I mean, it's the least, or it's interesting. Just another Zombies Ate My Neighbors like is cool to me because there's so few.
Yeah.
In a just world, it would be by far the most interesting thing. When you die in this, you do have lives, like you can die a limited number of times, but when you die, you go to the underworld and you have to fight your way back.
Yes. And
it's harder.
And each time you die, of the 5 times you're afforded, you are sent further into the underworld at the start. And you have to, complete more of that level in order to get back to where you passed away.
The thing that was interesting when I played this for the first time, because I'd only heard about it, is this was always to me posited as an alternative to a traditional death, but it's not. You still only have 5 lives.
Yeah.
This is just in addition to. Like it's kind of extra punishment for dying. A little bit. Which makes it a little bit more annoying to me. Like the flavor is good. I wish that if you were skilled enough, you could just keep going.
Yeah.
Like make it harder and harder and harder until eventually you're inevitably going to die, but don't give it an arbitrary number limit.
Yeah. Or make it like deaths are a limited resource and you come back, I don't know, stronger when you get there, or like dying is the only way to get like super items or something like that, where like it is okay, I'm gonna use one of my lives here, but it is strategic before I go to this zone to get this particular guy. That you are doing it just for more progress is a little bit of a bummer, but it's still novel enough that like fuck man, 1996,
it's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat. I will say the visual style of this doesn't really work for me with the level of fidelity that it's at.
Yeah.
With the size of the sprites and everything, it was kind of hard for me to read at points.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer.
I also thought that it was over animated is the thing. And I totally get it. They have the animation staff on there. Like it was like we've got this pipeline for Day of the Tentacle walk cycles and stuff. So let's just do it without kind of a lot of mind paid to what simplicity of animation can do for an action game.
Yeah. It works in Day of the Tentacle because it's not an action game at all.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to really read animations at all.
It's an interactive cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah. So it ends up making sense. But Viva, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I'm not trying to just turn this into a backdoor abject suffering on Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but it was the main thing I was thinking about was like, God, I should play that again.
And that's the problem, right? Like, and that was the problem with Ghoul Patrol, in addition to all the problems with Ghoul Patrol. Like Zombies Ate My Neighbors was so approaching being this ideal form, you know, that like any of the like change in pace, which was my biggest problem with Ghoul Patrol. It's so slow, but like it's like, oh man, like they're just the things that they decided to change in this just remind me of how good the original Zombies was.
Yeah. I'm also in a post Hades world. I'm a little sick of this shit.
Yeah,
like a goofy Greek mythology thing. I think that we had serious Greek mythology stuff, because we had God of War, which was too serious. I think we've swung back really far the other direction.
Yeah.
Like with Hades. And now that I've seen Hades in that version of like kind of ship friendly, goofy Greece stuff, this version that's just a straight up cartoon, like doesn't feel like very fresh to me.
It feels like it feels amiibo.
Yes.
It's just like, okay, yeah, I can see like a line between these, but it's hard to kind of go back to this, especially because like aside from the distinct visual style, there's not an awful lot made with the different parts of Greek mythology. Like the closest they get is your health items are gyros. That's cute.
It's cute.
Not sure if it's racist, but it's cute.
If it's racist, it's on the cute racist trajectory of like Punch Out.
Yeah.
Like we Punch Out. Like it's like, is that racist that when you like punch, feta currency in decline, euros pop out of his head? Yes. Like, of course that kind of sucks. But also,
it's not,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's not for me to say. But
it doesn't make me mad.
No.
It's racist. It sucks if somebody wants to say like, yeah, man, the Herc's Adventures is really fucking racist.
Yeah.
I'd be a little surprised.
I don't mean to problematize a LucasArts game.
Yeah. Is 2025 the year where this should be in our sights?
Nope.
I keep coming back to that with current event shit where it's like, yeah, maybe like maybe this is bad, but like, man, who has like, if you have energy left over for Herc's Adventure, I am jealous.
Yeah.
I will never achieve that level of vigilance, of wokeness ever.
Yeah.
Like that's too much for me.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, this doesn't, and I admittedly, I didn't get to a point where I saw like the different gods and their personalities and stuff. So like, got to like a different biome and kind of thing. Also something that is kind of a bummer. So the story in this is you are trying to unite the gods to fight against Hades because he's keeping Persephone captive. And that has locked the land of ancient Greece into this kind of permanent winter, a la the myth. So like the areas that I was in, for as like exaggerated as the visual style is, I was desperately wanting some color. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's kind of monochromatic in that respect. It's also, I didn't get that far in it in part because it's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Like not hard, but a little hard.
Mm-hmm.
More so than you might expect. I think that the ramping might not be great.
Yeah.
On it, if I spent more time with it, it's still a cool game. Like I like this; it is neat. There was less to talk about, or there's less to think about with it than I wanted there to be.
Yeah,
we were talking in the green room. Like we've done a lot of Greek mythology shit.
We have.
When you're a kid, I think you gravitate to Greek mythology because, unlike a lot of other reading you do, there are swords and superpowers.
Yeah,
like there's magic. In it, so you can't really shake that off. Like you spend your whole life kind of being like, all right. Yeah, cool. This weird thing fucking happened. There's monsters. I'm into this. And then at a certain point, though, like you either have to go deeper than that and get into real theme shit, or you realize like, oh, this is like a lot of ancient myths where to find the interesting bit, you're doing maybe more work than you think you are.
Yeah,
I guess. Some of it is a pretty straight putt.
Yeah, it also just kind of becomes background. Background radiation almost. Like, okay, Greek myth functioning as a bunch of metaphors for things that either weren't understood or this was a more this was a better way to orally teach this stuff. So okay, yeah, like I kind of get it. And then when you're a little kid, you're filling it with all this high flying adventure kind of stuff. But then you go back and read it, and it's just like, oh, they probably weren't thinking of that. They would like this was just a guy. Like Hercules was probably just a stinky guy.
He was a stinky guy, and they took it all real seriously, no matter how silly it is.
Yeah,
like which is a very funny thought. Yeah. Like I love when you're learning about Greek plays and everything, and learning about the difference between comedy and tragedy. In that respect, and being a kid and being like, wait a minute, this isn't a comedy. That's not what that means. It's not even like Shakespeare. Like it's not even, later where oldie-timey works.
Somebody going to a class for Commedia dell'arte thinking they're getting stand-up lessons.
Like they're going to learn improv.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, that I had to go to Antigone for the actual. I can't remember. I think Antigone's a tragedy.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of misunderstandings about whether somebody's brother should be buried. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like a lot of stuff's not very memorable.
Yeah, it's a guy who ate the wrong kind of bread, and then a god disguised as a rhinoceros, but with five horns.
maybe impregnated him.
Yeah.
And like, and then damned Kronos and went and said deuces and fucking zipped it back.
Yeah. My favorite thing from Greek theater, since we're bringing that up, is just the Greek chorus. Just like what if the on stage at all times is a group of people who just fucking hates a guy.
Yeah. Who they hate a guy, but they also repeat everything for the audience.
Yeah.
And like, and sum things up constantly. It's kind of a precursor to YouTube explainers.
Oh yeah.
As a thing. Like, it's kind of the CinemaSins of its day. Did you know that in Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, they have the geek chorus, which is a bunch of comic book fans who fulfill that role because Julie Taymor kind of fucking sucks.
I recoiled from my microphone like it was a fucking snake.
It's really bad. Like, when you hear about it, it's really bad. It's a bad combination of words.
A geek chorus where they just like dressed like the Geek Squad from Best Buy. Like,
I think they're more like a Burger King Kids Club, kind of gang of like just miscellaneous kids. And they're trying to craft the story. Like, they're talking about Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, and then they're trying to insert like comics tropes while also performing the Greek chorus recap function.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at pictures of them. They're kind of dressed a little bit gothy. Yeah.
Some of them, it depends on the production. The ones that are featured in the Dave Letterman video that I love, there's a couple and they're wild and out. So.
Yeah, no, I learned that fact against my will, Gary. You have done violence to me.
No, I don't, I'm not going to ask for consent for facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how would you do it?
I don't know.
Like, how would you describe it? You wouldn't know what the geek chorus was. I'd have to be like, can I tell you about, and then the sentence just ends. I don't know how to, finish it. Like, did you notice that one of the reviewers for this won a award?
Wait, they give out awards.
There's
for
a review
reviews?
of the month winner. Yeah. Has that ever come up for us?
Oh no. As evidenced by me acting incredibly surprised by that. Psionics,
spelled in a really unintuitive way, has got the review of the month winner in 2006.
Okay.
For his review of this. Go Psionics. It doesn't seem like a good review to me, but what do I know?
I'm having trouble finding my tabs here. I need to see this.
It's on the PlayStation version if they're different.
Yeah.
It's it's a standard GameFAQs, really wordy.
Okay. Yeah.
Review. That kind of thing. The game's visual style is unique and consistent. Major characters are presented as larger than life. Hercules is a brawny necklace beefcake. It's using a lot of adjectives. Yeah,
yeah.
Jason's called a saucy whipcord youth, which I don't think is a phrase. But yeah, and there's little bits of this and everything, but this won an award. This is somebody in GameFAQs was like, this deserves our attention.
This is the highest form that the art has achieved. There's only been so many months since GameFAQs has been here. Mm-hmm. I kind of want to go and look at what the review was for each month.
I wish that you could organize them that way. Yeah. I was looking at this guy's reviews to see if he had won anything else. If like he's a multiple award winner, multi-hyphenate. But it's there's not a way to sort by that.
No. Yeah, looking at this, he's a pretty generous reviewer. Has given 3s to Ark the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits, Guardians Crusade. Yeah, generally on the
5 stars to Second Sight on the PS2.
Huh.
A perfect 10 and a 9 for Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth, which is a game I love. Like, that's a 9 in my heart, but like,
yeah, no, that's a 6.5 at best, my friend.
Yeah, like that is not a. I mean, I want to fight you, but I can't. Like that doesn't sound right, but like I know it's true. Yeah. The 2005 Bard's Tale gets a 9 out of 10. Freaking hilarious.
Oh God, no. Yeah, this guy, that's nothing. I think maybe their barometer's off on this. Yeah, I didn't pay too much attention to the reviews because it was like I looked at it and I was like, it's probably like a pretty good. Yeah, it's a reasonable spread. Like the person who gave it a 10 is out of bounds, but so is the person who gave it a 4. Like no, it's just like okay, this There's nothing terribly surprising to me about any of the titles or scores on this.
Maybe that's why Psionics won the review of the month, because it gives it a 7, which I think is about right.
Yeah. Oh, so just like the most correct? They're doing like a double-blind study.
Maybe it's just whoever does gets their number right.
Yeah. There's a number waiting for.
We should bring that back.
Yeah.
And just see how people. Let's see what the people at Pace say about that.
Mm-hmm. I didn't understand that, Gary. See what people at Pace.
Oh, because they do game reviews, and it's one of the game review outlets that do like. I feel like I've read editorials about numbers on reviews and whether those are good or evil. I was referencing that discourse.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I just completely missed me.
Yeah. You forgot about paste.
I forgot. Oh, I thought paste. So you didn't enunciate the T, so I was like, paste?
Oh, it's my fault.
Paste like picante? Like, what are you talking?
Okay. I see. It's my fault that you're not paying attention to me.
Fucking marble mouth. All
right. We recorded with Will yesterday. We had to stop this.
We really do, actually.
Like, we have Gwen coming on in about an hour and a half or something, and we can't bring that energy.
No, we can't. We can't do that to her.
Were you fucking exhausted after that? Will texted me and he's like, I feel like I ran a mile. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And he said in the Slack channel, he's like, I sweat through my shirt. And I just, it made sense to me. And I was like, yeah, no, that was really, really like an endurance match.
I mean, I definitely, after that was done, I went over, you know what I did? I went over to my parents' house and we argued about politics.
You took it out on your folks.
Guess what, assholes?
Yeah, just kick in the door and just be like, look, motherfuckers, doge this.
No, I went over to pick up leftovers because from the Super Bowl party that they had. No, I'm not going to get any specifics, but the topic of the halftime show came up, and
they were mad about that,
and that started a little bit of a spiral.
Well, it's again, not getting all completely into it, but there's no defensible way to be mad about that halftime show.
Yeah.
Every single thing you could say about it is like, oh, you're saying something much worse about yourself. I'm not a big hip hop guy. I don't care about Kendrick Lamar, but it's like nobody who hates it has a reason for it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say which of them said it, but the phrase, reading off of the phone, the NFL has apologized to mainstream America for the halftime show. I was like, apologize to mainstream America.
Was it that they have to, or they did?
That they did, I guess. I didn't look at the story, but it's like,
I find that hard to believe.
Hey, did you know?
Yeah. Hey, just so you know, silly.
But yeah,
did you get any good leftovers? I don't care about the Super Bowl, but Super Bowl food is tight.
Yeah, there were some leftover wings. Not the ones that I liked. They had it was Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. They were out of the ones that were the zesty Asian, but they did have the garlic parmesan, which is also good.
You, when you're hiring a sex worker at a massage parlor.
What? Jeez. Jesus.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and then some meatballs and some cookies that were left over. So,
have I talked to you at all about my quest to find a massage parlor around here that isn't going to try to jerk you off?
No.
I kind of want a massage. I used to not like it, but I got back problems. I'm old. Mm-hmm. And I'm, trying to get over my arbitraries. And there are very expensive massage places. Mm-hmm. And then there are tons of other massage places. And some of them are jerk-off parlors. Okay. I know this to be the case. Mm-hmm. I walked by one and had there are cars parked outside it. And the cops put little pieces of paper under the windshield that say, soliciting sex is a crime. Your license plate has been noted.
Oh, huh.
Basically I don't know if they're like, we might do a raid here and see you get jerked off.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly they're threatening, but I assume that that's for something, and there are ones that are open until like midnight and they have hearts in the windows.
Yeah.
And stuff. But it's really hard to tell them apart. You know, I want to find one that is like, no, I can go in here and get a reasonably priced massage like once a quarter for my back and not have it be, because like, what do you do? Right? That's weird. I would feel very awkward about that, like that misunderstanding.
Yeah. Regardless of the extraction of the proprietors and staff of the place. No, but just like, you know, regardless of their ethnicity or nationality, it is insulting to ask a masseur or masseuse, is this legit? Right?
Yeah. Is it more insulting to ask a legitimate massage place for the jerk off or to ask a legitimate massage place not for the jerk off?
I don't know.
You know, like, yeah.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. I would be uncomfortable going into a situation where it's like, are you being trafficked or are you a licensed and bonded professional?
Yeah, I haven't even gotten into that. And that's a whole fucking thing. Yeah, and I don't want to, you know, like you said, we're kind of regardless of ethnicity. I don't want to make any assumptions.
No.
You know, because like that's fucked up. I just feel like there should be a code. Or like a jingle that plays when you come in or something.
I don't
know.
I think that the only way in is to get a referral from a friend.
Yeah. I don't have friends who go to these things. I've looked at reviews and sometimes the reviews suggest one way or another.
But you're scanning every like turn of phrase for, is there a wink behind this?
Yeah. Is there a code behind this? Like the girls were nice. Okay. The girls are sweet. You know, like that's too much. Like, I've tried to look up, and where I live, there are hundreds of these around me.
Okay.
Like, I tried to look up guidelines online to figure out which ones. And they were like, oh, you know, if they discourage lady customers. And I was like, discourage how though? Like, they're not going to put that up on their website.
Right.
You know, do I bring in Liv and see if she gets a look? You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, so we have, I mean, even where I live, you know, like the town that I live in has about like 10,000 people, but like, you know, over in Mansfield or whatever, like those places they get busted all the time. And just, you know, very, very seemingly unseemly stories about women who, according to the news or the police, don't want to be there, you know?
Yes.
You know, just, it's a coercive situation or whatever. But also we have one here in my little town that advertises itself as Asian massage. Okay. And my brother was like, fuck it, I'll go. And if they make a move for that, I'm just going to be like, yeah, but like he has chronic pain problems, and so he's just like, I need a local massage place. And he went there and he described it basically like having the shit kicked out of you. Like, she was up on his back and stomping.
Okay. Yeah. Like a very high pressure massage, like a deep tissue massage.
He wasn't into it, but there was no overture toward any kind of sex work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to drive out to Ohio for this, but like, it's good to know that there's one of them out there.
Yeah.
You know? It's also worth, I hate human trafficking and I love sex work.
Yeah, that's
I'm hoping that's obvious to all of this. Like, if somebody everyone listening, if you want to go to this thing to get jerked off, I think that's sick. Go for it, so long as the person isn't a slave.
Yep.
And I fucking hate that sentence. But like that is where I'm at.
We do live in hell where that happens, and also we are characterizing it as if like, okay, it's only people from Asia who can give those kind of it's just that is the stereotype, or that is just the version of it that I have seen like around me.
The ones around me, I have a lot of Asian massage parlors around me. Yeah. And when I say Asian, I haven't met all the staff. I mean, like in terms of iconography and graphics and stuff, and sometimes in the name. Yeah,
but it's like. It's not even like a comedy situation. It's just like, I want to make sure that I know what I'm getting, and I want to make sure that the person who I am getting this from is not at all in distress or uncomfortable.
Yeah. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Yeah.
Like if that person is looking to, as a sex worker, and I'm just like, no, I'm not going to pay you. I'm not going to tip as much because I just want you to rub my back. Like, I don't want that's a valuable slot that could be used by somebody who you know, actually wants to, like a client.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know how to do it. I looked a little bit on like Reddit, you know, trying to find like, or like Nextdoor, but that's a real way to get on the best of Nextdoor. Just be like, hey guys, do you know anywhere I can go to not get jerked off?
You don't want to. And that has your like real name associated with it. It's
very
real
much so.
bad.
And my address, like, you know, things associated with it that I don't want to have associated with it. And then like Reddit, I could go on there and everything, but I really kind of trust it.
Yeah. That's rough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think that you're like, you got to leverage your network on that, you know, just ask somebody if they know themselves or know somebody who does, and then get like a second or third hand referral off of it.
Ask my lady friends.
Yes.
Cause knowing that like they tend to discourage ladies, you know, that's what I gotta keep in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Be nice.
I wish my back problems were muscular.
Mine are everything.
Okay.
Like I also started up with a new chiropractor in my new neighborhood. So I got bone and muscle problems.
Yeah. I'm bummed out. The, my chiropractor that I like, she left the place where I go. And like, I'm on a monthly commitment there. So it's like, damn it. She was good.
What'd she go off to do? Did she graduate to bigger backs?
She went and had a kid.
She graduated to fronts. she became a different kind of doctor.
The big show.
She's the big show chests now. Yeah. She put in her time in backs.
No, she's gonna having a kid. So.
Gotcha.
I don't know if she's going to come. I don't know if she's going to come back. The way that was put is she's not here anymore. So
yes, she's going to start practicing on the kid. You know, one of those things.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate that
too. It's so fucked up.
Yeah,
it's we're all morally pretty complicit and stuff.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. I was thinking about when I go to anywhere, like if I go to the FedEx store, I don't know that the person there isn't human trafficked.
Yeah,
you know, like it's real fucked up.
Yeah, no.
Like, it should be a cool superpower.
To just know, to just like have detective vision, but just to see if the person needs rescuing.
Yeah, see, their skeleton just lets you know. Like you see them in detective vision like Batman, except their skeleton's holding a little sign that's like help.
Yeah.
You know?
I taught myself to read Morse code so I could interpret if they're trying to blink a message, but it's just nonsense. It's just static.
Yeah. And most of the time people just blink regularly.
No.
You know? I guess you are accidentally blinking messages in Morse code. They're just very slow messages.
Yeah.
And most people are just walking around going,
oh man.
Like only knew Morse code.
Like a sci-fi or fantasy race that communicates that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they just think that we're like cows.
Just
because of how we blink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because we just blink nonsense. It's a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah. Huh. Anywho. Herc's Adventure, it's good.
It's a good game.
Pretty good.
There wasn't as much there to talk about, but we got something. I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize that I took Guppy Energy to my parents.
Yeah. It's I've had a lot more practice than you of not taking out Will on my wife. And so I've been doing good. I should have guided you though, because it's been a couple of years. And the nice thing is it'll be a couple of years again.
Yeah.
So, because it's fun. What we're referring to is an episode of Adaptation Decay on Sonic 3.
Yes.
So if you patronize us, segueing us into the outro, at $10 a month, you get those. And every month it's pretty normal. And then once every couple of years, a Sonic movie comes out. And we do this like real like chaotic 2-hour yell fest in celebration of Sonic. I don't know
with the AV Clubs will Hughes.
Yes, one of my closest and dearest friend, who I also will say exhausted me in a fun way. It was very funny.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, just energy. What else can they do other than going to Patreon and giving us $10 a month or $5 a month?
A note about the Patreon. Change is coming with multi-show feeds and stuff. The fire hose is not gonna be a thing anymore. So if you want to just get a feed with all of the exquisite suffering, you can have that. it'll be there eventually. So that'll be rolling out slowly.
Yeah. That I love you like family. Took a lot of energy not to make fun of you for saying it was like a birthday, Christmas, and wedding day combined.
I mean, that was kind of a joke.
I understand it was tongue a little bit in cheek.
Yeah.
But it was still funny.
Yeah. No, it's just like, no, I've been looking forward to this for a very long time. Gary, you have no idea how much like time I spent ruminating about how to give the people what they wanted.
I think I do. I think because you wrote a Patreon post about it. Yeah, I think I do know how much time.
Okay, a lot.
Yeah, there's also a bunch of things things in that are out of context. Again, I mean this to be gentle. They're very funny out of context. Like, God, what is the thing that you said? It was like, I'll communicate as much as reasonable in the process and let you know when it's time to act. It's not appropriate to talk about this now. Like, it really feels like you're going to send like sleeper messages to people about getting individual feeds.
I'm blinking to them. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Ratings, reviews on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict. Helpful. Thanking our producer, Gwen. Helpful. Very helpful. Yeah. And until next time, this has been Abject Suffering, now with twice the production value of a CW show and half the allusions to sex of a sci-fi original.